Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Di, and today I am bringing you the final week of my Vlogmas project. So it is December 19th, and yeah, there's only a couple more days. Well, there's almost a full week left in this project, but yeah, we're in the home stretch. Today is a manga tag opening day. So let's see what's inside this tag. Oh, is this the one you wanted me to read? Okay, this one says Carnival. This is one that my daughter really enjoys. And it is one she has tried to get me to watch or read for a while. This definitely lives in her room. And so she will go and get that so that I can show it to you. Only one omnibus, okay? I'm not going to read more than that at this moment. So while she does that, let's open my yarn advent pouch for the day. Not too many of these left either, but I do have a full skein waiting for me for Christmas Day, so that is exciting. Let's see what today's skein looks like. Okay, so we've got some gray in here, brown, some mauve colors, and I would definitely say there's a hint of purple in here. It's kind of like, I'd say maybe garden-like with the brown, maybe foliage and some pinky and purpley and reddish flowers. And then there is a slight touch of teal right in here. Just that one little pop. And so yes, this is a Yarn Cafe Creation skein. And the inspiration for this skein was The Boy Who Lies. So, yeah. I really like this one. Not so much purple. It's almost as if it has like that touch of purple in these kind of grayish areas, but it's not really purple. So, yes, really enjoy that skein for today. So the daughter is back with the volume of Carnival. So here it is, Carnival, Volume 1 by Toya Mikanagi. This is an omnibus. I think there are 2 volumes in this one, so I will only read one omnibus. This one is published by Yen Press and is rated older teen. The artwork is gorgeous. I really enjoy all of the covers. I know my daughter really enjoys this story. But we did sit down and watch 1 or 2 episodes of the anime a few years ago, just for me to see if it was going to be something that I enjoyed, and it didn't really grab me. I can't really remember exactly what happened either. I think something happens on a train. My daughter's shaking her head yes, or nodding yes, and so, yeah, I guess I do remember a little bit, but don't ask me what they were doing. I think they were fighting some other people on a train. Daughter is nodding yes, but that's all I remember. So this is still ongoing. I believe it is coming to an end soon, though. But like I said, I love these covers. I think the art is gorgeous, and all of the color schemes that they use for the covers are really nice as well. There's one I know that I purchased for her that's like these really bright turquoise and pinks and yellows, and it's just gorgeous. So yeah, I will be reading this one for my manga advent calendar project. So I will give this to the daughter to take away and put it in my stack. Okay, so I do have a little bit of knitting to share with you today. I was able to get in some knitting, and so I did finish the first of my mom's Christmas socks, another project that I am very behind on. Editing these Vlogmas videos is just taking up all of my time, like literally between filming the videos and then editing them. I know I did this last year as well, but I feel like this year it's just taking longer, and I don't know if it's just because I'm talking more or what, but yeah, it basically took me all day today to edit and upload. And then this past week's vlog had to be split into two because there was so much footage with the outing to the Barnes & Noble. So yeah, but anyway, did finally get my mom's first sock finished. The pattern I am using is Jemima from Kay Jones at the Bakery Bears podcast. This is just a simple texture pattern. You can see that the yarn actually is self-striping, but it's a kind of irregular kind of self-stripe. So yeah, I thought this pattern would work well with this type of striping. I used the plain slip stitch heel, square heel turn, 2x2 ribbing for 15 rows. We did 24 rows for the leg because that's how long my mom likes her socks. So all of her socks I make this long with the 15 rows of ribbing. And then I did Kay Jones's umbrella toe, which is the toe that actually comes with the Jemima pattern. So yeah, I finished that. So I do need to get the second sock done. Don't think she'll be wearing those this year, but yeah, that's okay. Then I also have the start of my daughter's newest pair of socks, and this is actually going to be a house sock. So this is what I have. Just basically the ribbing and the start of the texture pattern. This will be a pair of cozy reading socks, which is another pattern by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears podcast, but this particular pattern is a patron-only pattern, so you have to be a patron in order to access this pattern, and it is a DK yarn with a mohair held together. So yeah, she had picked this color. And I'm just working my way down the leg now. Didn't get much done on that while we were watching crime documentaries on Netflix. So yeah, that's all of the knitting I got done today, besides the video editing. And then I have some show and tell to share with you. So remember last week when I told you I had gotten some deliveries. This was something that I had received last week. And I had gotten this package from my friend Vanessa over at Crafty Planty Life. She has a channel where she has a knitting podcast and some cross-stitch segments. And she now has some plant videos. And yeah, so definitely check her out. And so she was hosting a giveaway for one of the skeins in this bag, and I happened to win it. So thanks, Vanessa. I really, really appreciate the package. And so inside is the skein that I had applied to win and won. So you can see it is a highly variegated skein of yarn. This is a DK weight yarn. I can't remember what the specifics on it was, but I thought when I saw it and she was talking about it to give away that it would look awesome in like a floral color work yoke sweater, especially being a DK weight. So yeah, I'm definitely going to look for a colorwork yoke that I think would work with this yarn. It's really, really gorgeous. And then she also sent this little packet of micro skeins. So each of the skeins has one of these tags saying what the yarn is. And so there's 2 little micro skeins in there. And then she also sent 2 skeins of Knit Picks Swish DK, which goes really well with this too. So I'll definitely be using these all together. And this is in the color Amethyst Heather. I really, really enjoy Knit Picks yarn. It's very economical as well. I don't think I've used the Swish. I've used their Wool of the Andes and the DK and the worsted. I've used their Stroll Fingering. I have some Felici sock yarn that I haven't used yet, but do intend to. I've also used their Galileo yarn, I think is what it's called. It's the bamboo merino blend that I used for my Arachne sweater, which is the spider web looking yoke sweater that I finished earlier this year. And so I'm really looking forward to working with this, and just by feel, it feels amazing. It's like super silky. This one is just 100% fine superwash merino wool. So yeah, these are going to look awesome together. And then also in this little macaroon, there are stitch markers inside, the light bulb stitch markers. And if you are a watcher of the Knitty Witch podcast, she had told a story about what a lady at a yarn store called the light bulb markers instead. And now every time I see them, I can't unhear what she said. But I'm not going to repeat it here. But yes, so there's a bunch of light bulb stitch markers in here, which is super appreciated. So thanks again, Vanessa. I'm super excited to look for a pattern to use these yarns in. Other than that, for a reading update, I started another book last night. I started Slashing Through the Snow on my Kindle Fire, and that is the 3rd book in the Christmas Tree Farm Mystery Series by Jacqueline Frost. I am reading it on my Kindle Fire. Like I said, it's in here, but if I pull it out, there's actually a glare, so I'll just leave it in this pouch that I keep my Kindle Fire in. I only read 1 chapter, but I do want to get it done before Christmas because, like every year, I just leave the Christmas reading till the last minute and then not get it done in time. So, yeah, I definitely want to at least read 1 more holiday book before Christmas. If not 2, there is another book that I like to read annually that I don't think I'm going to be able to do before Christmas, but we shall see. Anyway, I did read 1 chapter, and as of that 1 chapter, whatever is supposed to happen mystery-wise hasn't happened yet, so I'm looking forward to jumping back into this book when I am done filming this evening. I do have work tomorrow, so that's no fun. The internet is actually down right now. And so I was telling my daughter, I'm like, I wonder what'll happen if it stays down when I'm getting ready for work tomorrow, because I am still working from home. And so, yeah, if I don't have internet, I can't work. But that's wishful thinking. I'm sure it'll be fixed before work tomorrow. It's like this week for work is like the worst because nobody wants to do anything because we have a shorter week because we are closed on Christmas Eve. But at the same time, we kind of want to get things done as much as we can so that next week, which is the week before New Year's, it's not so busy because that's really our stressful time of the year because things need to get done before January 1st. And again, we're going to have a short week because of New Year's holidays and stuff. So, yeah, just a few more days this week. Not sure how much you're actually going to see my face this week. You might not see it at all. But we shall see. We shall see. So, that's pretty much all I have for an update for you today. I will check in with you tomorrow for my random number generator book for books to read in 2022 and my next Advent yarn pouch. So I hope you're all having a great one, and I will talk to you later. Hello everybody, it is December 20th and I'm here with my daily check-in. So today was a work day and I didn't do much but work. I've got a few things on my mind and it's kind of weighing on me. And after work tonight I played some video games and that was pretty much all I did. We watched some crime episodes from some true crime channels on YouTube while I was having dinner and playing the video games, and yeah, the next thing I knew it was time to get ready for bed. So yeah. In any case, I'm here to share with you my yarn advent calendar and my random number generator for the day. So as you can see, I have pouch number 20 here. So let's see what's inside. Oh, that is nice. Definitely more my style. There's still a bit of purple in it, but it's much less and it's a darker shade. Got some gorgeous turquoises in here and some light blues. Yes, I like that one a lot. So this is a Dragon Horde yarn skein, and let's see what the inspiration was. This says Tonks. Definitely makes sense considering. I really enjoy this one. Yes, really enjoy that. So that is today's skein. My random number generator I did earlier during my work day, and the number I got was 1657, and that book ended up being While My Pretty One Sleeps by Mary Higgins Clark. Now, I have not ever read a Mary Higgins Clark book. She is a very well-known author and has several novels out. They are mostly murder mysteries, I believe. Maybe thriller, not quite sure. I'm almost positive that this particular one is very well known. At least it's one that I've heard of quite a few times. People reading this one, and it's definitely one that I remember hearing about or people mentioning when I was growing up. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what I think of this book. And yeah, like I said, I've been very interested in Mary Higgins Clark's books for a while. I've just never read any. So I will be adding While My Pretty One Sleeps to my 12 books to read in 2022 list. So that is my 10th book, I believe. So I think we only have 2 left. Yeah, getting very close to Christmas. So other than that, I did listen up through chapter 5 of Slashing Through the Snow, the 3rd book in the Christmas Tree Farm Mystery by Jacqueline Frost. And I listened to that during my lunch break. I find that it's easiest for me to listen to audiobooks during my lunch break, just because it allows me to not have to worry about what I'm doing while I'm taking my lunch break, like in regards to the time and things like that. And so, yeah, I finished exactly at the end of chapter 5. So far, so good. We have a murder and a suspect already. So the heavy investigation has already started. And yeah, it is taking me a little bit to get back into this world, just because it's been 2 years since the last novel was out. And so, yeah, it's taken a little while for the 3rd one to come out. And I've kind of lost touch with these characters. So I'm getting my feel back for them. I am just really enjoying what's going on. The murder weapon is a nutcracker, I believe. And so, yeah, interesting choice of weapon. And the suspect is a friend of the family, of our main character's family. And this picks up but following the events of the 2nd book in the series. So now not only do they have their Christmas tree farm, but they now also are running their new inn, which they had purchased at the end of the 2nd installment. So, yeah. Learning the ins and outs of the inn, investigating the murder. It's a good time. I'm enjoying myself so far. I do plan on reading a little bit more of this before I hit the sack tonight. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I have for today. Tomorrow is another work day, so I don't believe I will be doing much else besides working. Hopefully the things that are weighing on my mind tonight don't weigh as much tomorrow. And yeah, it's just been one of those days. I didn't even pick up my knitting, and I haven't for several days this month, which is highly unusual for me. But yeah, so I'm hoping that things will, or at least I will, feel back to normal tomorrow. And yeah, I will be back to check in again with another yarn advent pouch and a manga advent tag. And yeah, so I hope you're all having a good one, and I will talk to you later. Hello everyone, it is December 21st, and I am here with my daily check-in. So it is a manga advent calendar tag day, and my daughter is here to help me open up this tag and see what's inside so that we can add it to my tower of manga that I haven't read this month. But we're not going to talk about that right now. No, we're not. So let's see what's inside this tag. BL Metamorphosis. This is a series that I have complete on my shelf. I believe there are 5 volumes. It is located outside in the living room bookcase, the one that you will see when I'm filming in front of it. So my daughter will go and get the series, I guess, because since it's only 5 volumes, I should just read the whole thing, because that's what I was waiting for, was to have them all so that I could read them all at one time. So My daughter's shaking her head at me. She thinks I'm nuts. But she's going to go and get those 5 volumes. And then while she does that, I will open up my yarn advent calendar for the day. You see we have bag 21 here. So let's see what is inside. Got a glimpse of yellow there. I feel like we saw one that was a little similar earlier in the advent calendar. So there's some nice goldenrod yellows. There's some taupey browns, gray, orchid. There's just a slight hint of burgundy in here. Some melon pink. Yeah, very interesting. I do wonder what the inspiration for this one is. Let's take a look. So this one says rescuing Mr. Weasley. So I guess the orange parts are supposed to be their hair, maybe the splatters of blood, and the taupey brown maybe for Nagini. So yeah, maybe. I don't know. We don't really see the rescue in the movie, and I can't remember if we see it in the book. But this skein definitely is a lot more colorful than we've had recently. And I'm enjoying that melon color in here. Yeah, it just kind of brightens everything up. So that's day 21. The daughter is back with BL Metamorphosis. So here we are, 5 volumes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this story, I believe, is about an older woman who meets a young girl, and they end up forming a friendship based on their enjoyment of boys' love manga. I have been putting this off from reading it because something tells me that the ending of this series is going to be sad, and I don't always enjoy those types of stories. I have to be in a specific mood to read them, but I think I'm just about ready to dive into this one. So, yeah, obviously the universe is trying to tell me that I need to get on it, so I will be adding this to my stack of manga to read, which, like I said, will be added to my stack of books to read in 2022. So, other than doing the manga advent and the yarn advent, today was another work day. And that's pretty much all I did. I finished work. I ate some dinner after. We watched our normal Korean variety shows, which are Running Man and 2 Days and 1 Night. We normally watch Running Man on Mondays, but my mom had to work late yesterday, and because it is the holiday season, obviously her place of work is open longer, and so she didn't get home in time for us to watch our normal TV shows, and so we doubled up our Korean variety shows this evening. And then we started The Hot Zone, which is on Hulu. This is the one about the Ebola breakout. My daughter actually had to read the book that the TV show is based on back in 9th grade, I think. I think it was 9th or 10th grade. And she couldn't stand it. Like I've said before, she's not a reader of novels either, so there was that. She didn't enjoy the content, obviously, because it's about Ebola. I actually still have her copy of the book, but I haven't read it. My mom actually read it. I didn't know she did until tonight. But yeah, I'm finding the TV show fascinating. I do know a little bit about Ebola and how that affects the body. But I had always thought that The Hot Zone was a nonfiction book, which it's based on real life events. But the way the TV show is portrayed, it is very dramatized. So, yeah, it's not like documentary. It's like you're watching a normal TV show. So, yeah. We are 3 episodes in, I believe. And it's a 6-episode season. And then Hot Zone Season 2 is the Anthrax season. And that one has Daniel Day Kim in it. And so we will be moving on into that one after we're done with the Ebola season. So, yeah, just relaxed with some TV, had some dinner, played my normal video games. One of our villagers in Animal Crossing decided that she wanted to move out. It's one of the villagers we've had almost from the beginning. She, I think, is the only one left from our initial set of villagers once we had acquired the maximum number of villagers. And so, yeah, she decided she was going to move out. So I had to take the normal picture that I always take of the group when our villagers move out. And then since we have Happy Home Paradise, I invited her to get a vacation home. So I created a vacation home for her in Happy Home Paradise. The villager that we are saying goodbye to is Apple. And so, yeah, we will be villager hunting in a couple days. Should be interesting. It's not something that we've done often. And we've had pretty good luck all of the times that we've villager hunted. I think there was only one time where it literally took us all day of villager hunting to find an acceptable villager. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some villager hunting on Thursday. And yeah, that means we'll have a new villager moving onto our island on Christmas Eve, when all the festivities begin. So that's going to be fun. Other than that, I did listen to more of Slashing Through the Snow, the 3rd book in the Christmas Tree Farm Mystery Series by Jacqueline Frost, during my lunch break. And I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm a Scrooge this year. I am finding the main character in this story to be awfully annoying. She's getting on my nerves. She's lying to people about the fact that she is investigating. And some of the tactics that are being used are just absurd. So, yeah. I have decided that I am not going to read this tonight. I'm just going to stick to the audiobook during my lunch break. We'll see where I'm at after Thursday. I will probably end up finishing up on the Kindle copy that I have. But because I'm having so much trouble getting into my reads, I am going to start another one, because that's what you do when, you know, you're kind of stuck in a rut. So I'm actually going to go back to a childhood favorite, and that is going to be the Sweet Valley Twins' Magic Christmas. This is, I don't think there's a number. Doesn't look like it. This was actually my sister's copy. You can see that it's very bust up. And that's because it's the copy that we had when we were kids. And so it's well loved. we have read this one several times between my sister and I try to read this one every year. And I haven't yet picked it up this year, so since I'm having such trouble with my reading, I am going to try an old favorite and hope that gets me out of my funk. And so, yeah, that will be it for me this evening. Tomorrow, more work, more listening to audiobooks during my lunch break, and more Hot Zone. That's what I foresee for tomorrow. So tomorrow is also a random number generator day. So we'll see what the random number generator has decided for me to read or add to my list for 2022. And yeah, so that'll be it for me this evening. I hope you're all having a good one, and I will talk to you later. Hello everyone, it is December 22nd and I am here with my daily check-in. So today was another non-eventful day. I just worked overtime again. And then I played some video games when I was done with work. We found a previous villager in Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise. So one of the villagers we had before was actually on the Happy Home Paradise Island. And so I created a vacation home for him. The villager that I'm talking about is Eugene. And so, yeah, my daughter and I kind of want to make vacation homes for all of our previous villagers. And so I've already had a couple, and my daughter has had a couple. And since we both play different accounts but on the same island, we have different Happy Home Paradise islands. And so we don't really see each other's villagers unless we're watching the other play. But yeah, so I took some time to create him a vacation home. And then we finished up the Hot Zone Season 1 on Hulu. That is the Ebola season. It was very interesting. I thought a lot of what was going on was very interesting. And so I'm looking forward to getting into the anthrax season. And yeah, so today I have my yarn advent calendar pouch. So I'm really excited to see what is in here. So let's take a look. Ooh, this one is a nice dark skein. Really dark turquoise pops in here. Some navy. Is that navy? It might be black. But there is some dark teal running through this section here as well. The obvious purple, because we know by now that that is a theme in this collection of yarns. And there's some like taupey colors in here. So the inspiration for this skein was Room of Requirement. I really like that. There's some like hunter greens back here. Some minty colors. Yeah. This is definitely one of my favorites. I really like that one. So that's a Dragon Horde yarn skein. So that was the yarn advent for the day. And then today was also a random number generator day for my 12 books to read in 2022. And so the number that I picked was 1073 or 1073. And the book was actually the second book in a series. So I will be reading the first book in that series because I hadn't yet read it. It is a series that I do own in its entirety, and that is Full Moon Osagashite by Arina Tanemura. This is a manga series. It is a 7-volume manga series published by Viz Rated Teen. This is about a young girl who wants to sing but is unable to because she has throat cancer. And then she is visited by two, I believe it says harbingers of death in the summary, that help her achieve her dream. So I have been avoiding this series, even though it is one that I have been interested in for a very long time. I've been avoiding it because I believe it's going to have a sad ending, or at least some parts of the story are going to be sad. And with sad stories, I definitely need to be in the mood to read them, because otherwise my headspace is not great. And so, yeah, it's been one that I've been avoiding, but it's about time that I've read it. Arina Tanemura's art style is my favorite. I know you've heard me talk about her before, I believe earlier in this Vlogmas. And so, yeah, 7 volumes. I'll be adding all 7 volumes to my list. And funny thing, I was just counting up all of the things that I plan to read. And it's actually not 12 books, because I have this manga series and I have another manga series, Millennium Snow. And I said I was going to read that series in its entirety. So by the time I pull the last number, I'll have 19, I think, or 18 books. So I might as well just add another 4 and then get my 22 books to read in 2022. So we'll see what the next random number generator book I pull is, because there's always a possibility that that book will also be a manga, and a manga that I have several volumes of. So I will wait to see what the last random number generator pull will be. But yeah, so Full Moon Osagashide is going to go on my list of books to read in 2022. So other than that, today during my lunch break, I did listen to some more of Slashing Through the Snow, the 3rd book in the Christmas Tree Farm mystery series by Jacqueline Frost. And almost as soon as I turned the audiobook on today, I had to roll my eyes. Our main character in this one is just getting on my nerves. And throughout what I listened to today, she just is so combative with her sheriff boyfriend about, I'm not going to stop investigating because I want to know. I want to clear my friend's name. I have to do this. And it's just like every little thing somebody tells her, like her mother, please be careful. You know, you've had things happen to you in the past. Please don't do this. And then her sheriff boyfriend starts off doing that. Please don't do this. Please let me do my job. She still, has no care for anything anybody is saying. She doesn't care about anybody else's feelings. She's going to do this no matter what happens to her. And I hate characters like that. Hate them. And I think even more so because this is a Christmas cozy, I'm just not into that at the moment. So yeah, I am almost done with this book though. So I should definitely be finishing it up before Christmas. It's unfortunate because I had very good memories of reading the first book in this series. And I believe that one's called 'Twas the Night Before Christmas? No. It's a play on that title, but 'Twas the Knife Before Christmas. I think that's what it was. But I really enjoyed that one. And then the second one was good, but not as good as the first one. And the end was a bit weird for me. And then now there's this one where I don't remember our main character being this combative and obtuse and just not having a really great investigative style. Like, I definitely would have dropped this earlier if I felt like her investigative style bothered me in the previous installments. So obviously, I feel like something's changed. It may just be that my reading tastes have changed. I wouldn't know unless I went back to reread the first 2 installments. But I kind of don't want to do that because, like I said, I have real great memories of reading the first book in this series. The second book, not so much, but for the most part, it was good until the end. And I don't want to lose that feeling. So I'm very conflicted with this read. But like I said, I am almost done with this. I am not quite sure where I stopped today. But looking at the bar on the audiobook, because I'm listening on Hoopla, there's no chapter markers. But looking at the bar, I'm definitely in the last quarter, I would think. I would say the last quarter of the book. So I'll definitely be finishing that up in the next couple days. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so far I'm not too impressed with this one. And then last night after I chatted with you, I did put a start on the Magic Christmas, which is the Sweet Valley Twins and Friends Magna Edition number 1. And I got 5 pages in. And then I promptly fell asleep with the book in my hand. So much so that I didn't even put a bookmark in. So, yes. I definitely remembered everything I read, though. So, I do remember where this one is going. The beginning part of this book is always the worst part for me because the sisters get into a really big fight. And then it's after that they get swept into a magical world and are separated and then need to find their way back to each other and a way back home. I know I didn't tell you what that book was about last night, but that's pretty much the gist of it. And it's magical because they are paired up with these magic nutcrackers that they are gifted by a relative. Can't remember. It might have been their grandparents. But the nutcrackers come to life that night, and that's kind of how they get pulled into this magical world. So, yeah, I am going to get back into this book when I'm done with this clip. But that is pretty much all I have for you today. I'm thinking about what I want to do for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, because I kind of don't want to be filming on Christmas Day. But we do have a tradition at very late at night on Christmas Eve, going into very early morning Christmas Day. So I may just open both the Christmas Eve yarn advent and the full skein with you in that clip. So yeah, I'm mulling that over, but that is all I have for you today. I will be back with you tomorrow for one more yarn advent calendar pouch and my last manga advent calendar tag. And yeah, it's kind of hard to believe it's the last one. It's also my last day of work tomorrow before my 4-day weekend, because we are getting Christmas Eve off and the Monday after. And so I'm really looking forward to just unwinding and relaxing and just enjoying spending time with my mom and my daughter. And so, yeah, that'll do it for me this evening. I hope you're all having a good one, and I will talk to you later.